In this video, we take a look at the top 7 RTX shaders for Minecraft Bedrock 1.21. The download to these shaders can be found in the link in the description down below, and without further ado, we're going to start off with the legendary Bedrock RTX shader pack. When you load into the shader, you will notice that everything looks far more realistic. If we take a close look at any of these textures, you will notice that there is an intense amount of detail. Look at the stone over here. It is honestly really pretty, and of course, not to mention that we do get this really nice RTX lighting, and we have a photorealistic sun right over there as well. If you're wondering, even the grass is made to be ultra realistic. Yo, that is absolutely insane. And if we actually open up the creative inventory, you will basically notice that every single texture is made to be completely different. And in my opinion, this is just absolutely beautiful. Alright guys, so I selected some blocks that I would like you guys to take a look at, starting off with the blue glazed terracotta. One really good thing about this RTX shader is that it will make the terracotta look absolutely fabulous. There's honestly a lot of possibilities with this. You can make some pretty dope builds, and we also do get photorealistic ores as well. We got the diamond ore right over here that of course you can find in caves naturally, and it just looks really good. Look at the diamond, and not even that, but also the items are made to be photorealistic, as you're able to tell through our diamond sword. And if we go ahead and take a look at this tree log, you will notice that it is made to be incredibly realistic, and here's how it looks like. It also does look pretty good. But guys, let's go ahead and take a look at the water. The water looks absolutely amazing, and let's go ahead and dive deep into it. Here's how things do look like. They definitely do look pretty good, and yeah, this will transform your world totally. But let's go ahead and take a look at the sunset. This is how the sunset looks like. It looks absolutely insane. It is really beautiful, and of course the sun is being reflected on the water. Next up, we got the faithful 64x RTX texture pack. When you go ahead and load into this texture pack, you will notice that all of the textures are made to be in the faithful design, and faithful is honestly like a really popular texture pack in Minecraft, and it basically just adds a bunch more detail to every single one of the textures. But it's not one of those textures that makes everything hyper realistic. It just makes it slightly more realistic, and it still does have like that Minecraft feeling to it. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of the blocks. Yo, I love how the leaves look. Like, they honestly look pretty good, and the same thing for the logs over here. And as you're able to tell, the grass is made to be in the faithful design as well, and even things like the diamond ore, here's how it does look like. It definitely does look pretty good in the faithful texture pack, and I believe this is the 64x. There's also a 32x that you could also install, so that is completely up to you. And if we go ahead and take a look at the creative menu, you will notice that basically every single one of these textures are made to be far more detailed, and honestly, that's the beauty of 64 faithful x. So look at this, like, look at the pufferfish, guys. It is made to be hyper realistic, and you can definitely tell that a lot of time was taken in order to make this texture pack. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention, one really good thing about this shader has to be its connected glass. Look at this, guys. As you're able to tell, the glass is just completely connected, and this would honestly look absolutely amazing with any type of like city build that you do have. So that is definitely something to consider. But guys, let's go ahead and take a look at the water. The water basically looks the same like in the vanilla Minecraft, but if we go underwater, here's how things do look like. They definitely look pretty good, and you can actually see a decent amount. It's not like the other RTX texture pack where you can like barely see anything, so that is definitely pretty cool. And here's how the sunset does look like. As you're able to tell, the sunset is still in like this square shape, so that is definitely pretty cool. And of course, we do get these really nice and beautiful light rays coming out of the sun. So yeah, this here is definitely a perfect shader. Next up, we got the Prisma RTX 1.21 shader. When you load into this shader, you'll notice that we will get completely new textures. Now, the really unique thing about the Prisma RTX shader has to be the 3D textures. If you take a close look at the textures, you will notice that there's like a little bit of like kind of a 3D effect. Some of the pixels are like poking outwards, and in my opinion, that is just so cool, and there's definitely a lot of attention to detail in this RTX shader. As you're able to tell, we do get brighter lighting and darker defined shadows. Take a look at the logs over here. They definitely do look pretty good. And one really good thing about this RTX shader is that it doesn't completely transform all these textures, so you can still have that Minecraft feeling to it. It's not going to make everything hyper realistic, but it will still give you that beautiful RTX RTX shader lighting and vibe. So here's how the water does look like. The water basically looks the same like in the regular vanilla Minecraft, but you know what, let's go underwater and see how things do look like. Yo, they definitely do look pretty cool. Take a look at this, guys. Like, this has to be like my favorite part about RTX shaders, is just swimming underwater. It is honestly like a different experience, and oh my goodness, we literally got like this underwater cave over here. Oh my goodness, I didn't even notice we have glowing ores in this RTX shader. Okay, well, maybe some of the ores don't glow, but yeah, this one does. What is this? The lapis lazuli. Okay, so the lapis lazuli actually does glow, so that is definitely really cool. I did not expect that. And oh my god, we got other ores as well that are glowing. This is, oh no, this is just a glow lynching. I think that's supposed to glow already, but yeah, like I said, this RTX shader will definitely transform your survival experience. All right, and here's how the sunset does look like. The sun is actually made to be in a diamond shape. I'm not really too sure if you guys are able to see it, but I definitely did see it, so that's honestly pretty cool. And of course, it is being reflected on the water, and this here is a beautiful RTX shader. Next up, we got the vanilla RTX normal shader. Now this shader is definitely a classic. I believe this was one of the first RTX shaders to come out, and it's for good reason. It is because this basically takes all of your regular Minecraft texture that you know and love, and it just transforms it into RTX. So once again, this isn't a shader that's going to make everything absolutely crazy realistic or anything like that. You know, it will still give you that nice beautiful RTX feeling right over here. And as you're able to tell, the sun is basically the same thing, but it is made in this RTX lighting, and in my opinion, it just looks way more better. So if you want to keep your Minecraft game looking as vanilla as possible while also getting that RTX feeling, then this is definitely the shader for you. But regardless, we still do get all of the awesome things that makes an RTX shader perfect, which includes dynamic shadows. As you're able to tell, as I'm running, our shadow is literally moving up and down with us as well, so that is definitely pretty cool. And if you guys take a look at the water, here's how things do look like. As you're able to tell, the sun is being reflected on the water over here, and if you go underwater, here's how things do look like. They definitely do look really pretty. We got a bunch of like different like lighting and shadows and stuff like that, and it is just a completely different feeling going underwater with this RTX shader. And here's how the glass does look like. The glass also does look pretty good. Unfortunately, we do not have connected textures, so you will still be able to see all of those lines and details. So yeah, you know, some people may not like this RTX shader, but in my opinion, it is still pretty good. But you know what, guys, let's go ahead and check this shader out during the sunset, and here's how things do look like. We got that square shaped sun right over there, and as you're able to tell, it is emitting a ton of light, and it's also being reflected in the water. I just realized this shader kind of makes the sky look like pinkish, and yo, that is just absolutely beautiful. Another reason why I love the shader so much. Next up, we have the cat RTX shader. When you go ahead and load into this shader, you'll notice that it will completely change all of the textures in your Minecraft game. And yo, this here honestly looks so cool. Take a look at the sand. As you're able to tell, the sand is made to be far more realistic, and in my opinion, it definitely does look pretty good. And oh my goodness, the water, man, is just completely different. It is made to be this beautiful bright blue, and it honestly looks like real life. It kind of reminds me when I went to Puerto Escondido during my vacation in Mexico. You know what I'm saying? It literally looks like that. But if you go over here, you'll notice that, oh my goodness, we will get brand new leaves on the birch trees. As you're able to tell, the birch trees have like this orange leaf to it, so that is definitely pretty cool. You know, not a lot of RTX shaders actually include that, and I kind of just like how more bright and vibrant everything does look like. And let's take a look at the glass. The glass also does look absolutely phenomenal, as I expected, and not to mention that this shader even comes with glowing ores, so if you're caving, then you'll be able to see ores significantly easier, and that is definitely a nice feature that I absolutely appreciate. But you know what, let's go underwater and let me see how this does look like. So yo, this definitely does look pretty cool. We have a bunch of rays coming from the sun going through the ocean surface, so yeah, that is definitely a total vibe. And you know, just playing Minecraft with this is just a complete game changer. But here's how the sunset does look like. As you're able to tell, the sunset is made to be a hyper realistic, and it is emitting out a bunch of light. And one really good thing is that it kind of emits out like this pink light, pink and oranges, and it's honestly such a beautiful combination. So that is why, you know, I had to include this shader in the video. Next up, we got the Real Is Craft RTX shader. When you load into this shader, you'll notice that all the textures will look completely different. If you go ahead and take a close look at any of the textures, they are made with an insane amount of detail. Here's a grass block, and over here we got the sand block, and yeah, as you're able to tell, there is so much detail, guys. Like, this probably must have taken them forever to actually texture. And guys, what's really cool is that a lot of these textures are made to be hyper realistic, including the leaves right over here and even the oak logs. Look at the oak log, guys. They definitely do look pretty good. And also, it kind of gives me that realistico vibe. It's like a popular texture pack on Java Edition. So this is like a Java Edition level shader on Minecraft Bedrock. So that is definitely pretty cool. So let's go ahead and take a look at the ores real quick. So let me go ahead and find some open space. Okay, yeah, we found it. And as you were able to tell, the ores are made to be so realistic. Look at this, guys. Like, this is legit like the coolest thing ever. It is hyper realistic. Same thing with like the stone over here as well. And we got the terracotta, which also looks realistic. Yo, it kind of looks 3D, and of course you can see the sun reflecting on the terracotta, so that is definitely another major plus. But let's go ahead and take a look at the iron block. I'm honestly really curious to see how this does look like. Yeah, it definitely does look pretty cool. As you're able to tell, we do have reflections on the iron block as well, which makes it far more better. But let's go ahead and take a look at the water. Here's how the water does look like. As you're able to tell, the sun is being reflected on the water. And if we go ahead and drop down, here's how things do look like. Yeah, oh my goodness, we can barely see anything underwater. But you know what? It still does look pretty good in my opinion. And you know what? Maybe ocean traveling is going to be a little bit harder with this RTX texture pack on. But if you're wondering, here's how the sunset does look like. The sunset honestly just looks absolutely spectacular, and it will make any of your Minecraft worlds look infinitely better. Next up, we got the Real Storage Trailer RTX texture pack. When you go ahead and load into this texture pack, you will notice that it will completely transform every single texture, and it will make your game look exactly like the Minecraft trailer. So as you're able to tell, things are made to be absolutely like simpler. This is like the bare bones texture pack combined with the RTX shader. So if we go ahead and take a look at basically anything, you're able to tell that it just simplifies everything into that RTX trailer feeling. So over here, we got the diamond ores, and over here, we got the trees and the leaves. The leaves are made to be so simple. Take a look at this, guys, and let's go ahead and take a look at some of the other blocks. So we got the cherry wood over here. The cherry wood is also made to be in like this really simplistic theme, which I could definitely appreciate. And if you take a look at the creative menu, you will notice that basically every single texture is changed and made to be in this trailer theme. Even things like the copper blocks are made to be completely changed. And what's really cool is that these blocks will even have reflections on it. So as you're able to tell, there is like a reflection of the sun on the copper block. So let's go ahead and take a look at the water. Here's how the water does look like. It does look kind of glitched, I'm not gonna lie, so I have no idea what that's about. But you know what, let's go underwater and see how things do look like. Yo, they definitely do look pretty good, although you could barely see anything, but it kind of looks like a Pixar movie, guys. Like, this is honestly really cool. But here's how the sunset does look like. In case you are wondering, it honestly just looks really nice, and it kind of has like that glare to it that makes it look photorealistic. And like I said, this will basically transform any of your Minecraft worlds. The downloads to any of these RTX shaders can be found in the link in the description down below and in the pinned comment. Please like, comment, and subscribe. See you later, French fries.